others, but that sometimes society or others have other views about it, right? So it's difficult because other people judge us and they say, oh, that's not the right way. Is that correct? Is that what you ask? Yeah. How you go about this difference, right? To have a good quality of life, be accepted, and not judged negatively by the others. Is that correct? That's your question. Mm-hmm. So I think what is important for you to find out, and I have to say I come from an individualistic society. You are a more collectivistic society. So for me, from the individualistic society, it's absolutely all right to say, this is what I want, and I don't care what you tell me, right? It's much more difficult in your country where you work together, where you are together, where it's so important to have a social feedback, right? So I could say it's important that you first find out what is okay for you and good, and then you check which of these goals are okay for everyone else, right? So you take those goals that are compatible between the two, and you might want to work on the other ones. So you stay okay with yourself without hurting the others, but you might want to work on, others accepting also other aspects of quality of life. So that's your task to help your social environment to enjoy and understand that there are also maybe other important quality of life dimensions that are not only relevant to you, but maybe to them too, but they haven't been aware yet. Does it make sense? Not really, I see.
And how we should consider on how people perceive our quality of life.
Oh, how they perceive it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it important how people perceive your quality of life? Is that important for you?
Since sometimes a lot of people, we live in modern society, so we have to follow the times because time has gone so fast. And how do we manage to ponder that? How do we manage to consider that the value of quality of life is how we think, is not, but it's not many people think about us.
Oh, I see. Okay. So it's like almost a little bit education, right?
Yeah.
It's like you have to tell others, listen, there are these dimensions of quality of life, but look at this one, which is very important for me. What do you think about that? So you engage in a dialogue, right? You're not shying away, oh, don't want to be, judged, and you're not aggressive, you have to do this, but you open up a dialogue about your own quality of life and the perceptions of others. So it's transparent, and you can talk about it.
Thank you so much for the consideration.
Hopefully. Okay.
Apa yang panjenengan inginkan juga harus memikirkan apa yang orang lain pikirkan. Jadi tidak semuanya apa yang kita inginkan harus dibalas dengan apa yang kita inginkan. Oleh karena itu kita juga harus berpikir bahwa di samping kita itu, apakah kita menabrak keinginan kita ini dengan juga ketabrak dengan haknya orang lain. Intinya adalah bertoleransi. Kalau tidak, maka kita bercerita apa yang kita inginkan kepada mereka. Ya, begitu loh. Biar enak, biar terbuka begitu loh. Oke, terima kasih.
Okay, it's all good. Yeah. Finish.
Next. Sebenarnya. Okay.
Okay. Oops. Could you help me with opening this, please?
Good morning. Let me introduce myself to you. My complete name is Waiza Revi Setiawati. You can call me Revi. I wanna ask.
Wait. Revi?
Revi. Yes.
Revi.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Revi.
I wanna ask you. My question is so simple. What is our purpose in the world if we don't have quality life? Because many people still understanding about that purpose. Maybe that's all for me. And last I say, thank you very much.
Okay, I'm not sure I understood it in terms of the last part of the question. Could you repeat it a little slower, because English is also my second language.
What is our purpose in the world if we don't have quality in life?
Okay. So you...
Because many people still understanding about that purpose.
I see. Okay. So you would say quality of life is the essence. So you ask, if we don't have quality of life, why are we here, right?
Right.
Right. Okay. So as I said, quality of life has something to do with you yourself, also with the society, of course, but with yourself. And I mean, you can have a good quality of life, and it's also related to doing good for others, right? So it does not necessarily mean that you're only focused on yourself with a good quality of life, but you can also contribute to the quality of life of others. So you're absolutely right. I think if we are happy and satisfied in our lives, have a good quality of life, that does not mean we are just kind of like this, only us, but it is the prerequisite to being happy personally, but also contributing to society. Okay.
Understand? Oke. Paham ya? Jadi kualitas hidup seseorang itu juga tidak hanya diukur oleh diri sendiri, tetapi juga kita bisa mengcompare, membandingkan dengan yang lain atau di luar sana, kan ya. Jadi, oh saya ini bahagia, tapi lihat yang sebelahnya susah, kan ya. Bahagia, kan ya. Tetapi juga tetap harus membandingkan seukuran ya, measure, mengukur diri kita juga ya. Kebahagiaan kita mungkin juga ada yang lebih bahagia lagi di luaran kita, kan ya. Mungkin juga akan juga lebih kurang dari kita. Tetapi sebenarnya ada satu yang belum dijawab ya. Ya, God purpose ya. Oke. One question is about the God purpose atau religion purpose. Ya. Jadi
I know the 5 pillars of your country. Yeah. So the question is Indonesia always think about the God purpose, yeah, God's
Islamic purpose,
Yeah.
gitu ya. So they never think about that personality behind in the neighbor or other people. They always think about the Islamic purpose or the religion purpose.
I see. Okay. So is that a question? So the question is how to bring together the 5 pillars of this society and the concept of quality of life. Yeah. I think if we look around all religions, I'm coming from a Christian background. You are believing in Islam. There are people who are Jewish, other people are Protestant, then there are Taoists, Confucius, Buddha, I left Hindu. I forgot probably half of the religions now. But they all converge on one thing, which is actually also almost 5, because also in Christianity the Christians would say you only have one God. I mean, we call him differently than you, but it's only one. So it's very similar. It's like a human universal, and it's like an ethics of behavior that we have here, right? So I don't think that quality of life and following the 5 pillars of your country is a contradiction. I think you can only be a good citizen and person if you attend to your own quality of life, so that you also can give, and that you behave in a way that others are positively treated and not negatively. So I don't think that there is a big, clash between ethical values, such as in the religion, and quality of life, right?
Okay, thank you. Agama mengajarkan sebuah kebaikan, kan ya, dan juga kualitas dari hidup ini juga diajarkan oleh agama. Termasuk kita juga tujuan dari hidup kita adalah beragama, salah satunya adalah untuk meningkatkan kualitas dari hidup kita. Insyaallah kesimpulannya begitu, panjang kali lebarnya, ya. Oke, thank you. Oke.
Guten Morgen.
Oh, wie schön. Guten Morgen. Das war Deutsch.
Ich heiße Al-Assad. Ich komme aus Indonesia. Ich wohne in Kediri. Ich bin 21 Jahre alt.
Impressive, huh? Super.
Ich wonder this, yeah. Ich wonder this Fragen, but you can answer them by using the English.
Yeah, I think it's nice for everyone, but it's great that you speak German to me. Thank you.
Yeah. I want to ask you something that in entire my life, yeah, I know a lot of scientists from Germany, and then the how to say the famous one, yeah, actually, yeah, of course, I know he is Einstein, and then Kohler, and then Kepler. Yeah, all of them are how to say, all of them are the scientists for physics, and then the question is, before all of this happened, before you delivered this to us, my question is, actually I have two questions, but I wanna ask it only first because of the duration. My question is, why do you wanna be psychologist?
Why I want to be a scientist?
Yes.
It's a wonderful question. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes.
Psychologist or
yes.
scientist?
Psychologist.
Psychologist. Okay, it's also a wonderful question.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
sometime
Thank you.
you want to translate? Well, everyone understands it. Do we need translation? No. No. Super.
Okay. I want to translate it. Yeah, I want to translate that I asked it to him
Yeah.
using.
Say it in
English,
English.
yeah.
Speaks English.
Okay,
Confusion.
barusan saya baru memperkenalkan menggunakan bahasa Arab ya. Bahasa Jerman ya. Bahasa Jerman. Yaitu perkenalan diri seperti biasa. Saya ingin menanyakan yaitu adalah semua di seluruh hidup saya, di usia saya sekarang ini, saya hanya tahu ilmuwan, yaitu adalah seperti Einstein, Kohler, Kepler, and then maybe Max Born, Max Born. All of them the scientists from Germany, I have them from Germany, and then ich komme aus Deutsch, ich komme aus Deutsch, and then mereka dari Jerman, mereka they are from Germany, mereka dari Jerman. Jadi sebelum semua ini terjadi, apa yang membuat Madam Monica choose psychologist? Apa yang membuat Madam Monica memilih psychologist sebagai majornya gitu, sebagai subjeknya? So, that is why do you wanna be psychologist?
Okay, my reason to study psychology was when I had the choice to study medicine or psychology, I thought psychology is more interesting because it relates people and society. So I like the broader view. I also studied psychology because it is it's about humans, about human behavior and emotions. I wanted to understand that. It is also interesting because you can do research in psychology, but you can also apply your knowledge in terms of, for example, psychotherapy. You can try to help people with problems using psychology to get better. So it has a knowledge side and it has an action side. So I like the both of them. And I chose to be in the university because I think that psychology is something that many academic fields need as part of their curriculum. You have it in education, right? We have it in medicine, we have it in sociology, we have it in economics. Psychology is important because it tells us about the basics of human behavior and experience, how it comes about, how it develops, how it can be changed, and it tells us how we live and function. So I think that's a pretty big picture, and I like the big pictures.
Oke, psikologi itu menarik, ya. Tidak hanya tentang kita pribadi, tapi ada hubungan yang lebih dari kita dan juga sekitarnya. Ada hubungan dari kita dengan juga alam sekitarnya. Tetapi perlu dipahami bahwa psikologi tidak hanya membahas tentang itu, tetapi bagaimana juga solusi setelahnya. Kalau ada masalah juga bisa menyelesaikan, menghadapi lebih baik hidup-hidup itu dan seterusnya. Dan mungkin di sini beliau menyampaikan secara saintifik, jadi tadi data-datanya juga sangat saintifik sekali. Tadi kemarin memang sudah menyampaikan, karena saya izin untuk merecord, maka beliau menyampaikan materi secara apa sih, saintifik banget gitu loh tadi. Mohon maaf, jadi tadi memang saintifik banget, tapi intinya adalah psikologi itu sangat menarik bagi beliau. Kan ya, itulah pilihan kenapa beliau itu memilih psikologi. Terima kasih.
Some other question?
Oke, masih oke, thank you. Terus.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, Mrs. Monica. Let me introduce myself. My name is Windy Wulandari from PKMI 5. How do we measure? How do we measure the quality of our life with numbers? Can the quality of life only be measured depending on how we are grateful for our life?
It was difficult to understand. Audif, can you repeat it because the mic is not working so well?
How do we measure the quality of our life with numbers? Isn't the quality of our life only be measured depending on how we are grateful for our life?
Okay, so why do we measure the quality of life with
Yeah.
numbers?
In Indonesian, bagaimana cara kita mengukur kualitas hidup kita dengan angka? Bukankah kualitas hidup hanya bisa diukur tergantung dengan cara kita mensyukuri hidup kita saja?
Iya.